Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. Today we're going to be making a mini slimline card. I got the idea for this from Stamp It with Debbie. And we're going to be using the brand new Enjoy the Moment stamp set that I got in my On Stage at Home swag bag or box. So we're going to be using some Blackberry Bliss. And this is cut at 6 by 7, scored at 3.5. And we're going to layer some designer series paper from the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper 6 by 6 stack, and this is 6 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue and layer this. Wait, first let me get my bone folder because this is not staying down. Let's just burnish that, and we're going to glue this paper right down. It's going to go from edge to edge of the card front, but not up and down, but side to side. So I'm going to try to center that to have the same amount border. Ooh, I pushed it over. Bordering the top and the bottom. Try to get this straight. Okay, and then I have a piece of that same designer series paper, but a different design. And this one measures 4 by 2. And we're going to just glue this down to the side here. I have a bunch of shadows. I'm sorry about that. I'm videoing kind of late. Well, it's not that late, but it gets dark so early now. And I didn't think about that, but we're just going to put that right here to the side. Try to get it even border with the designer paper. Yeah, I was waiting on my UPS package to come with my product premiere purchase with all the new Stampin' Up goodies that we were able to order from On Stage, and it's been delayed because of bad weather. I'm so disappointed. So I was going to make a video with some of that product, but that's why I waited so late, and I seen they're not coming. So let me go ahead and get to stamping something for you guys. Okay, so that's how we're going to build up our base. I've cut out a tag or a die cut from the Hippo and Friends dies. I used the largest one here, this stitched shape. And what I'm going to do is get some Blackberry Bliss. We're going to be using this image and this sentiment. Get some Blackberry Bliss ink, and we're going to stamp our images. Just ink this up. I'm going to try to stamp this at the top. I want the entire image. Then I'll stamp one more. I'm just going to try to get one this time. Put it about right there. Then we'll stamp it again right here at the bottom, like that. Then we'll take our sentiment, a little note, and put that right in the middle. There we go. That's all we're going to need for this right now. We'll probably get this again in a minute. Let me move that out of the way. Get some Stampin' Dimensionals to add to the back of our focal point. And just take the backings off of this. I guess my luck for today, Friday the 13th, was bad because I didn't get my package. But tomorrow's a better day. I'll get it soon enough. Let's see where I want this. Oh, don't stick, don't stick. I can put it up a little bit more and try to get it a little straighter. Okay. And what else? Oh, the inside. Okay, so the inside I have a piece. Oh, did I tell you this was smoky slate? This is smoky slate. So this piece is cut at 5 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I have a piece of designer series paper that matches the card on the outside that is 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to just adhere this to the bottom. This piece of designer paper is actually longer than 5 3/4. I just left it at the 6 inches that the paper comes in. And I'll cut the piece off once I glue this down. Let's see, which way are these dragonflies going? This way, and I'm gonna glue it to this end so I can cut off this one because we have the Blackberry Bliss dragonfly on that end. And I don't want to cut any of it off. I guess actually, because there's one here too. So I'll cut it on this end because the end I'll be cutting off doesn't have a dragonfly on it at all. And we'll just cut that down to be even. Get that back on there straight. Then we're just going to add some adhesive to the back of this and add it to the inside of the card. And I'm not going to stamp a sentiment in there because it's just a little note and I want the note to be handwritten. Okay. And for embellishments, I should have gotten these out beforehand. I'm going to use the metallic pearls, and since we have the basic gray, I'm going to use the gray ones or silver ones. Where's my take your pick tool? And just get a couple of these and put on here. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll put them all 3 on here. And that's it. That's our card. And I also have an envelope to make, since this is a special size card. And I've already gone ahead and did most of the work on this envelope. It is I used a piece of 8.5 by 8 cardstock. I scored it on the 8-inch side at 1/2 and 6 3/4, and on the 8.5-inch side I scored it at 2 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then I cut off the rectangles here and here, and I wedged in here, and I wedged on both ends on this and on this. Okay, so we're going to add some adhesive to this. We're going to put some tear and tape along this edge here, because this is how we'll seal up the bottom of the envelope. We'll put some tear and tape here because this is how we'll seal up the envelope once we're ready to mail it. And then we'll put tear and tape along this edge because this is how we'll seal up the envelope along the middle. Okay. And so before we put it together, I'm going to do one more stamp image here. I'm going to take the same image that we stamped on our little label. I'm just going to pop it right there in Blackberry Bliss. Close that up. Then I have another piece of DSP, the designer series paper, that is 4 by 1 1/4-ish. Now, if you have a directional pattern, be sure to put your paper on correctly. So the flap will be coming down this way, so you want your paper to be going the right direction. I'm gonna put my glue on the flap. Since the paper is cut just a smidge longer, to have less mess, I'll put my glue there. And it is cut at 4, but it's The 1 1/4 I didn't. I think I did a little more just in case. Because of that score line, sometimes it takes off a couple of, not a couple, but a fraction of an inch. And then I'll just cut that down to be straight and even with our paper. And one last thing before we put the envelope together, I'm gonna take my trio rounder punch and just get around the corners of the flap on the envelope. Okay, that's done. So we'll take off our, well, let me burnish that down. Almost pulled it right back off. Take off the backing only, seal that up. Take off the backing from the bottom and seal that up. And then this just fits right in. There you go. So here's our envelope and our card. This is the mini Slimline card using Enjoy the Moment. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.